If you're selling your home by owner, you may think the goal is really simple. Find a buyer, get an offer, close on the house. But here's something most sellers don't realize. You don't just have to sell your home one time. You actually have to sell it 3 times before you make it to the closing table. The first time to the buyer, the second time to the buyer again after inspections, and the third time is at the appraisal. Hi, I'm Danielle Vinson, your Southwest Ohio real estate expert. And today I want to talk to you about what that means, especially if you're thinking about selling your home on your own. The first sale happens before the buyer ever walks through the door. This is your first impression. It starts with your photos, your price, your description, your curb appeal, and how easy it is for buyers to actually schedule a showing. Buyers, they make decisions pretty quick. Sometimes they decide within seconds whether they want to keep looking or move on to the next home. So your home has to feel clean, cared for, and priced in a way that makes sense for the market. This is where many sellers accidentally lose buyers before they ever even get a chance to show them the home. If the photos are dark, the price feels too high, or the home feels hard to access, buyers may never even come to see it. So the first sale is really about creating confidence. The buyer needs to feel like the home is worth their time, worth seeing, and eventually worth making an offer on. The second sale happens after inspections. This is when things can get a little tricky. A buyer may love the home when they make the offer. But once inspections happen, they start looking at the home a little differently. Now they're thinking about the roof, the furnace, the air conditioner, the plumbing, the electrical, the foundation, the windows, and all the little things they may have noticed during the inspections but never even paid attention to during the showing. And sometimes small issues can feel bigger once they're written down in an inspection report. This does not mean your home is bad. Almost every home has inspection items. But this is where sellers need to be prepared. If you are selling by owner, it helps to think through these things before you list. Are there repairs you already know about that need made? Are there maintenance items that could raise questions? Do you have receipts, service records, warranties, or other information about updates? The more prepared you are, the easier it is to keep the buyer confident after the inspections, and be prepared for requests and to fix things that the buyer brings up. The buyer is not just buying the pretty photos, they are buying the condition of the home too. So remember that. The third sale happens at the appraisal. If your buyer is getting a loan, the lender usually orders an appraisal. That's when the home has to support the contract price. The buyer may absolutely love the home. They may be willing to pay the price, but the lender wants to know that the value is there based on comparable sales. This is why pricing matters so much from the beginning. It's not just about what you want to get for the home. This is also about what the market can support. If you're selling by owner, one of the best things you can do is keep a list of updates and improvements. Things like, when is the roof put on? Does it have a new HVAC, updated kitchen, updated bathrooms, new flooring, new windows, or any major repairs that you did? You also want to understand what similar homes actually sold for. Not just what they were listed for, but what they sold for. Sold pricing matters. Because at an appraisal, the value has to make sense on paper too. So if you're selling your home by owner, remember this. Finding a buyer is very important, but getting from offer to closing takes more than just finding someone who likes the house. You have to create a strong first impression. You have to keep the buyer confident through inspections, and you have to support the value at the appraisal. That is why preparation matters so much. The more prepared you are before you list, the smoother the process is likely to feel. And if you're selling by owner here in Southwest Ohio and you want a second set of eyes on your plan, I'm happy to be a resource. No pressure. No obligation. Just a conversation to help you feel more prepared before you move forward. Again, I'm Danielle Vinson, your Southwest Ohio real estate expert. And I'll see you in the next video.